Yes.
Yes, are you started?
Yes.
Hi, I'm attorney to speak to you about following the report.
He can make the report.
I already have it. No, I need to speak to a sergeant or a lieutenant. So you were up next.
Okay, you need to make a report?
I have it already done.
Okay.
So there are extenuating circumstances. There's some place we can talk other than right here with the public.
Well, it's all being recorded anyway, so.
I don't care. That's not my issue.
Ma'am,
Yes.
you need to sign in for me.
Okay, I certainly will. You're very welcome.
Hey, Mark, do you know which number it was on here?
No.
I am.
Whenever you, I know you're in the middle of something now.
I am. Well, you know you all need to straighten up your little free library. Okay. I am bringing this down here. This is my second time trying to get this done. It has not been done yet.
What is done?
The report being filed. But it is already written out, and so nothing's been done yet. So that's why I need to speak to someone other than whoever was on your front desk, which is usually a patrolman.
You want a report done then?
No, you just need to take it in and you act on it accordingly. But I'm just,
Well, what kind of report is it?
I'm going to give it to you.
On the mass building.
It was a violation of the CSPO.
Room 215. Last four digits, 1670.
And resulting documents are attached. I needed to know who to follow up with and to get whoever's going to sign off who took it in.
The violation of what?
CSPO,
Which is?
Civil Stalking Protection Order.
Well, you go through, if it's civil matter, you go through the judge.
No.
And it's,
There already is a report on file. The violations come to the police department.
and then do you go to the prosecutor on it?
I don't need to, because law enforcement at this point, if you look at the statute, the statutes are diagrammed here. I've given you the statutes, they're attached to this. At this point, when there's a violation, you do not go back to the judge. The judge has already issued her orders to law enforcement about what needs to happen for this violation, which I've attached to that report.
Okay, then
So the judge
she's got to go to the prosecutor and prosecute.
No, goes directly to the police department.
We're not going to do anything without a warrant or...
That's what the civil protection stalking order is.
Yeah, we make the report,
Mhm.
and then the prosecutor prosecutes.
There's nothing to prosecute. I've already been...
Well, what do you want us
the
to do
judge.
then?
Your responsibilities under the CSPO is to go arrest him. Then he goes back before the judge brings in all the parties, and then the prosecutor comes in at that point.
If we see the violation.
No. For CSPO, if you look at the Ohio Revised Code, once you're put on...
But that's not how we handle it.
Okay. So then you're handling other than how the Ohio Revised Code says to handle
Yes.
it. Okay. So my then task is to let you take it. If it's, I'll follow up on to see how you're handling it.
Okay.
I'll say that to you. I've already been downtown.
What's the original case?
It's
what kind is it?
already in there.
What kind of case is it?
Civil.
But what is it? Is it stalk?
Stalking, yes.
It's just plain stalking. There's no like domestic violence or nothing else included.
It was not. It was a stalking case. There was
Okay.
no domestic violence. And he is out on bond on appeal from the judge putting him in jail. That's Judge Peter Corrigan, where he violated the order previously. So he's on a
So the judge violated him.
Yes, but he also was declared a vexatious litigator under Ohio law. And in spite of the judge telling him to stop suing everybody, he kept it up. So he went before the Court of Appeals, And while he's been out, he's still doing stuff. So at this point, the judges have issued all their rulings. There's a ruling in the order that is attached to a CSPO, which is the Civil Stalking Protection Order, that is notice to all law enforcement and agencies.
Right.
And that's what I have given you, the law that applies to you. There's nothing more for Judge Shannon Gallagher to do. I did, but just to be on the safe side, I did speak with her staff attorney. And she said, we've told law enforcement what we expect them to do. So.
Okay, we unless there's an actual warrant for a person or we observe it, we don't arrest a person. We have to either observe it or a warrant for it. So the victim makes a report, goes to prosecutor prosecutes, puts out a warrant, and we arrest.
Right, but see, that would presuppose that there's not already these documents. A person that has a civil stalking protection order doesn't need to go to the prosecutor to get the authority for you to arrest, because the judge has already given that authority.
Right, if we observe something.
You don't have to. There are orders on from the judge that says that if he violates it, what happens is you arrest this person and they go back before Judge Shannon Gallagher.
Arrest him for what, though?
That's in the report. He came to the courtroom. He's not supposed to be within 500 feet.
Okay, why didn't the sheriffs do something about it if he came to the courtroom and there was a violation there?
Because it's not their jurisdiction.
Yeah, it is. If it's a county facility, it's the sheriff's.
The CSPO was issued by a county judge.
And the sheriffs are the county law enforcement.
I agree with you on that point. But for arresting purposes, it's supposed to come to whichever police department is in this area. Trust me, I've already been back to Judge Shannon Gallagher.
And if we find this guy, they're going to run him, and if he's got no warrants, they're not going to arrest him.
Okay. So you want me to go back and get an order from Shannon Gallagher to say what? Because she's already...
A warrant arrest.
But she's already said it.
Then there's a warrant then.
No. If you look right here, look. She signed documents that says a notice to all law, and I hear what you're saying happens here. But that's outside of what a common pleas court judge has said.
Okay. Well, why isn't the sheriff's following up on this? The sheriff's or the county agency...
It doesn't matter.
She would tell them to go arrest this person.
No.
But she sends them out.
To all law enforcement.
I know, but the judges normally tell the sheriff's department, go out and arrest this person. Why isn't the judge...
Because it's not going to go back before her anymore. She's already done what she's going to do. When I went back there as a professional courtesy, the staff attorney says, take to the Cleveland Police Department to go arrest him, because he's right here on 70. It's on your paper. It's not on this paper. He's right here on Kinsman.
Where on Kinsman?
I don't know. Look on that paper. I have no idea. 72nd and Kinsman.
Yeah, that's not ours. I'd have to look that up. We only have like 3 streets on Kinsman.
7230 Kinsman.
Oh, no, definitely is not ours. That's farther south. That's the 4th District. We only have from Kinsman from 55th to Grand Avenue.
Right. I remember an officer told me that here years ago when you opened.
Yeah.
But the point is...
So we wouldn't go down there.
It happened at the Justice Center.
But we're not going to go down into another district to arrest somebody. That district will handle that area.
Okay, but here's what I don't get around in trying to file the police report. You have to file the report in the district.
No, you can file anywhere.
Okay.
We take,
So,
it's just like a car accident. If somebody had a car accident, what's
right, you
130th?
can file a report anywhere.
Right, exactly.
But to implement the action, it should go in the district where the person
Right.
lives. So that's where it's going to go to the 4th.
Right.
But then that means you file it in the 3rd, or you telling me to file it in the 4th?
Or either one. Either one. We take reports for anywhere in the city of Cleveland.
So you can take the report and then send it over to the 4th to implement it.
Right. Yeah.
Right. That's my understanding.
Right. Yeah. If we're making an actual report, but like if you have like a probate warrant, you know, you take it to the district where that person's living.
Where they live.
Yeah.
Somebody
right.
Right.
From that district.
But no, I would agree with you. You can file it any place, but the action needs to be carried out by the 4th. If he says that's where this part.
Yeah. That's where you need to go with that.
Well, I can still file it here, but you just send it over to the 4th for action.
I'll email it to them, you know, or scan it to them, yeah. I can do that, but, you know.
Where is the 4th? I don't want to keep running around.
930 Kinsman. Yeah, we have from...
Yeah, I remember. I have the map. I saw the schematic. You have the various... yes, I'm aware that basically it's over there. So let me ask you this. So you're saying because this is in the downtown area, your preference would be for me to file this in the 4th because it's going to the 4th for action?
Right. Just no different like a probate warrant or anything else. It's going to go to the district that person's in.
So let me ask you this then, and I'll keep your name handy to communicate with you because this person filed something in the 3rd, and even though neither the complainant nor the person they were complaining about lived in the 3rd district handled it. That's unusual, isn't it? Because what you should have done, you can take the report in. Anybody can walk down the street and stop here and report it.
Right.
But when it was time to implement, whether it was going before the grand jury or arresting someone, it should have been sent to that 4th.
No. It's the reason, if it happened in this district, our detectives would handle it.
It did not.
Well, see,
it happened in the Heights.
Well.
So the report can be taken here.
No, not if it happened in the Heights, because it didn't happen in Cleveland.
That's true. It happened in the Heights.
Right, so the Heights would have to, if it happened anywhere in Cleveland, we can handle the report. The only thing that we do handle outside the city...
The older legs. So when you have, so explain, like when do you all handle something that's...
Now, let's see, like credit card theft. There's a state law that if I steal a credit card from your purse and I go and I charge, say, down Tower City, and then I go charge at a gas station on Kinsman, and then I go out to Garfield Heights, all within the 30 days.
Okay.
Since it's in the same county, our detectives can handle all that. Even though it's in Garfield Heights,
you
it's
still
the
have
same.
Something that happened in your district.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and matter of fact, those smash and grabs,
yes, I've been seeing.
our detective handled all of them. He actually handled them all the way out to Lake County. Because it was
still
just,
had some in
well, we went federal. We went federal on it. So he handled even Lake County, a bunch out there. It was the same crew doing it. He made a case against all of them. It was a RICO.
So in this case, if something happened in Heights, you should not even handle it.
Right.
Okay. So in this...
It's called venue.
Right. So in this particular instance, you're saying even though I can file this in your district, all you would do is send it over to the 4th.
Right. They would.
The person actually lives in the 4th district.
Right.
So how much time do I lose by filing it here and you sending it over there? I don't want to keep driving around to that.
An hour or so, because I just fax it to them and let them know.
Well, then I'll file it here, and then you'll send it over there.
Yeah.
How close is, you said 90 what?
3rd and Kinsman. Just take 55th south of Kinsman and take it right to 930, and you'll see it when you get to the intersection of Kinsman 930, you'll see it to your left up. It's like a little bit of a hill. Yeah, right out here is 55th, just take it south. Take a left on Kinsman.
So if I file it here, you'll give me the report number here?
Well, there is no report number, because you're not making a criminal report.
But I am filing a criminal, this is a criminal report.
Well, then he's got to make a report for you then. You got to sit down with the victim and all that.
What's the time outlay to do that, since it's already printed?
Probably taking 30, 40 minutes.
All right, so if I take this over, and see, the 4th could be more busy than over here. I don't even know about it. I've never been to the 4th. So I think I should probably do it here and ask that you send it over there.
Okay.
Let's do that, and then I'm done for the day.
So just going to make a menacing report.
Is it menacing?
Yeah, so you're stalking by menacing. It's called, the law is written as stalking by menacing.
All right,
Or menacing by stalking, I meant backwards.
all right.